You should be me and Priyat.
That'll be Lancer and Captain Proteus. Lancer and Captain Proteus need to roll those speed, evasion, and a bonus D12 for range.
D12 for range.
Can I make my favorite use of a versus ranged?
You can make it versus shooting, yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 12.
But Ralph, you ran away.
Yeah, you still asked me for my speed and evasion, though, so...
I apologize. The two people who should be rolling evasion are the two people who stayed. So that should be Lancer and Proteus. I apologize.
No problem. I might have misheard you, too.
Yeah, you can also roll another bonus D8 because you have cover because you're in the pit.
All right, I got 2 successes.
Most importantly, the guy who's shooting at you rolled a 7 and you rolled a 12. Piat, you can go ahead and roll a bonus D8 from the pit. All right, because 2 figures will come by, and when they're still about a dozen paces away, they'll like pause and look in the darkness. You can see there are 2 more mutants. Like, they're here! Everybody, they're here! And they start shooting at you with ray guns. Lancer, the sign that you're hiding, Lancer, the shots at you go wild because your range die came up a D12. They're just shooting wildly. Unfortunately, Piat, you have been grazed by atomic weaponry. You have suffered a 2-point hit.
Okay, great.
I need you, hits your ear. I need you to roll your body and any endurance dice that you have. These are free soaks. Each one of these that comes up 4 or better will reduce the damage. You hear the telltale hissing noises. These are 2 more mutants, both of them armed with the same kind of pistol. Now, I meant for Boris and Ralph to go ahead and roll their mind and observation.
Yes, I got 1 success out of 4.
Okay. And what did Ralph get?
I got 2 5s.
Okay. So I'm waiting for Piat. So Piat, you just have the body?
Am I wearing my Astro suit, though?
You wearing your Astro suit, that's a bonus D8. Go ahead and roll the bonus D8 from the Astro suit. Because you're in an atomic zone, you bring an atomic suit. Good, it didn't roll a 1, so it didn't break. So you are, so you're grazed, but not hurt. Boris, you hear a sound that says, that sounds like machinery. What kind of sound is that? And Ralph, immediately says, that sounds the sound of machinery. That sounds like they're retracting the dome above the stadium.
And I'll give a look over at Ralph and go, we should get up to the stands. We should take a look and see what they're preparing to do out there.
Yeah.
So we'll make our way up top.
So the 2 of you make haste. I'm not going to make you roll for this. Meanwhile, back in you're in the outer ring of the stadium where the concession stands and the assembly are. Piat and Lancer, Proteus and Lancer, you're being shot at by atomic weapons. They are at medium range, which is the range you can shoot at them with pistols, but not the range where you can counterattack. So the 2 of you are being shot at. What do the 2 of you want to do?
I'm gonna get up and aim and shoot at one of them.
You could stay in the pit, aim and shoot if you want.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that then.
I mean, you're like you're like standing on the edge of the field. So you can go ahead and aim and shoot at one of the guys. His only defense is to dodge. He can't counterattack at this range, but he does get a ranged defense die because it's range. In other words, you guys are far away, so you're kind of like doing the exchanges back and forth. If you were close up, this would be a lot more bloody. Okay, so Piat, you may go ahead and shoot. Shooting with the ray gun is your speed, mind, and shooting. And because you aimed, you get a bonus D8. I believe you are not a veteran. Is that correct? Well, I don't think you can beat an 11, so I think the other guy you shot at will dodge. Lancer, what are you doing?
Okay, can I lay down like covering fire, or do I have to actually shoot at people?
There is no covering fire mechanic in the game. You shoot at people, and if you hit, in game terms, if you hit people and cause them to become panicked, that's cover fire. Because the mere act of shooting at someone can panic them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So do you want to shoot at them?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So Yeah, I mean, I don't think you want to spend your personality on this. The range die came up 11. I don't think you can easily beat that, right?
No, that's fine. I'll just.
All right, so in other words, we're having a shootout. Lancer, if you want to go ahead and shoot, you can go ahead and get your gun out and shoot.
1 success, and that's a 4.
I have rolled a 9, and the highest you've rolled is a 2.
No, 4. But it doesn't
4.
matter.
Okay, well, but still. And once again, the D12s are the range dice at this range, so it's just, I mean, you guys are like, 20 to 30 paces apart. This is Star Wars. We're shooting everything up today. So, okay. The two of you, Summers and Blaskowitz.
Oh, wait, do I have to roll a d12?
No, Lancer, you don't get to roll a d12.
Okay.
That's the range penalty because these guys are dozens of paces away, and they're not. When you get shot at in this game, you can either counterattack or dodge. They're dodging, and because they're dodging, they get range dice.
I got
So
you.
when they fire at you, you'll also be able to roll that when you dodge.
But you can also only counterattack at short range, but you can counter at short, but attack at medium. So basically, you guys are far enough away that you're just shooting at each other wildly. We are literally shooting at each other wildly. This would be a bigger issue if we had limited ammo, but we have atomic ray guns. We don't have limited ammo. Boris and Ralph, I assume the two of you want to keep pace with each other, or do you care who gets there first?
We'll keep pace, though.
Mhm.
If we come to a choke point, I would like to see if I can't turn that volatile lump into a booby trap using craft and demolitions and possibly sabotage.
Well, what are you going to booby trap?
Just a choke point in case there's something following us as we do our little job.
Ralph lags behind to try and set up a booby trap. Ralph, go ahead and roll speed, craft, and a bonus d12 because you have sabotage, which is the skill of setting up booby traps. Boris, why don't you roll your body, speed, and athletics?
Can I also roll demolition since this is an explosive?
Why, yes, you can go ahead and put an extra d12 because it's demolitions. This isn't the first time you've handled volatile and stable isotopes.
That's 1 success.
Okay, so you're chugging along. You get a little turned around because you're not used to the stadium, but eventually you'll get to the vomitorium. The gangplank that leads into the stadium itself. There's lots of garbage here, and you thought you saw a mutant cockroach, but it turns out you didn't. You will get to the edge, and you can see sunlight coming in, and before you, your eyes take a moment to adjust as you can see a roof opening up, and you can see in the center of the stadium, propped up on its butt, is a rocket ship.
Aha! I knew it.
They're escaping.
Of an unusual manufacturer. You're not
And
sure what that is, but maybe if you had your Jane's guide, you could find out.
I'll pull out my manual real quick. And does it look like there's anyone around it, or are they already inside of it?
You only roll 1 success, so you can see the rocket ship, and there might be more stuff here, but you're not close enough.
Okay, so I'll have to just keep getting closer.
The stadium itself, where it used to be baseball, because this is pulp sci-fi, and baseball is the #1 sport in America. You can see there's also like tents and garbage and other stuff piled up here, as if this is like a base camp.
Right, so it's been inhabited.
Okay. Ralph goes ahead and booby traps the escape route. Meanwhile, back in the shootout in the hallway, Captain Proteus and Lancer, you guys are being shot at. Do you want to run away? Do you want to keep shooting? What do you want to do?
I mean, at this point, I guess until Blaskowitz and Summers tells us something, I guess we should just keep these guys tied up for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to like go back through all the miles of tunnel, basically.
Okay.
Can I set my ray pistol to overload?
I think I forgot to give the other ray pistol overload. You'd have to sabotage it. Okay. I think I forgot to give the bad guys some return fire. So, Lancer, I need both of you to roll your speed, evasion. I need both of you to roll speed, evasion, D12, and D8.
I do still think it's funny that you want to overload your pistol at them and not send in the suicide robot specifically designed to blow up on people.
No, actually, I'm totally into the sending of the robot. I also think the rocket ship fly the rocket ship over to block.
All right. So Lancer is shot at. Okay, Lancer, you have tied on your defense roll. That means if you have any cover at all, the cover gets shot instead of you. Lancer, the garbage you're hiding behind is finally shot by enough atomic weapons fire that the big billboard for radioactive toothpaste is destroyed. You're fine.
So much for cobalt toothpaste. Damn, I'm in a tight spot. I guess I gotta go find some other cover.
Now we're waiting to see how well the captain rolls. You have also rolled a 7. The good news is you are in you're in the concrete pit of the elevator.
Yep.
So the ground in front of you gets scorched. Since you don't want to get shot and you claim cover. All right. One of the bolts, atomic bolts, bounces because atomic bolts bounce, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Down the shaft behind you and hits something behind you. You hear beneath you something collapse.
It's a good sign.
I'm going to go ahead and give Lancer and Proteus their turns. Proteus, do you want to spend one of your actions to see what the heck happened behind you? Do you want to return fire? Do you want to run away? Do you want to surrender? Or something else? What do you want to do?
Well, I think first off, we should send the robot up. But I am going to. Okay, yeah.
You can order the robot to go out.
Order the robot to go out.
Why don't you make a roll of will and tactics with a bonus D12 from leadership as one of your actions? Because this isn't the first time you've ordered a robot to do something.
Waves and waves of our own men. The killbots had a kill limit.
Kill limit. Just keep saying wait, eventually hit it. All right. That was your first action. What is your second action? Is it to hide? Is it to guard? Is it to shoot?
I'm going to shoot again.
All right.
Keep them pinned down.
Go ahead and roll your shooting dice. I've only rolled a 5. You might actually hit something. Robot. Your robot can roll a D12 breakdown die, and it gets a bonus D8 because Piat ordered it to climb out. And Dr. Corvus, if you want to use your remote, you can also try to assist it.
Yeah, what would I just be will and tactics?
To get the robot to climb out of the pit is body, speed, and athletics. As you grab the remote control joysticks and try to simulate how it would walk out. I'm it, says one of the mutants. But not severely, as I think you only hit it for 1 point of damage.
Well, its own breakdown and assist from Piat. I'm sorry, Captain. Got it out anyway.
Okay. Roman climbs out of the pit because Piat told it to.
Surrender. We have a mechanical monster.
They have a mechanical monster. Lancer, do you want to run away? Do you want to shoot? What do you want to do? You want to find new cover? What do you want to do?
Yeah, can I move to the next available cover and shoot again? Or
you can move to the next available cover and then shoot. You don't get to aim. That's a downside of that. You move, you dive and do a dramatic roll because you're freaking Buck Rogers, and then you shoot. Go ahead and roll to hit. You need to beat a 7.
Oh my God, it's counting up to 10.
You might actually be a 7. No, 5 or 4.
5 or 4.
Okay, so you guys are shooting, and then Roman comes out and after them. Okay, Team Stadium. Boris, you're the one who can see the rocket ship. Do you want to run out into the open where everyone can see you?
Yeah, I'm trying to rush the rocket. I'm also
go ahead and one action to rush the rocket. Go ahead and roll your body, speed, and athletics.
Here we go. I'm not great right now. I'm getting winded, it seems.
He's up there. You have one action left. Do you want to guard or do you want to
Well, someone just noticed me. I'll go ahead and choose to guard.
Okay.
Using the radio communicator would have been an action, right?
Using the radio is an action, so you could use that or you could guard.
Okay. I'll leave Ralph.
Don't forget, it's not just radio; it's televisual.
Yeah. I'll just call back for Ralph. He's the communicator.
Ralph, you are at least one runaway roll behind, but you did an excellent job of planting that bomb. And yeah, thanks for throwing in your deceit. So you go ahead and you rolled your deceit. It's not very well hidden. It's in the dark. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, then guarding and taking a troll action to use the radio. What do you need said there, boss?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll a d12 to see if the device works. Weird syntax here.
Don't you hate it when you add a little bit of flair on the end and you screw it up?
All right, so what are you calling? I mean, you can see what Boris can see. You can see the rocket ship, and you can see also that his eyes have adjusted. That Boris barely got anywhere because I tripped on some debris. There's garbage everywhere. He can see that there's a gangplank to get into the rocket, and there are 3 other mutants there and a snake.
He'll show that over the televiewer prompt to everybody.
I'll look back at the camera. I'll just go, get the ship.
That's the end of your action. So, Rise of Bad Guys. The snake yells at the 3 other guys, "What do I pay you guys for? Get him!" And the 3 mutants are going to go ahead and shoot at Boris. Boris, I need you to roll your dodge, and you get a bonus d12 due to range. You get no cover because you did not succeed in an athletics roll.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. And I am guarding, and I'm a veteran, so that's another d12.
All right.
I have a 12.
First one's a miss. Roll again.
5. That's actually a hit.
Second one is a hit. That is a whopping 1 point of damage.
And of course, we'll roll the Astro as well. Hey, I soak it.
Yeah, you don't have any choice. You have to roll the Astro. And the third guy shoots at you. Blam, blam, blam. They're all shooting at medium range, which is why you get the bonus d12.
All right, so third one, 11.
All right, so they're firing from far range, and one of them gets a lucky hit.
Yep,
it singes your outfit, but doesn't break your spacesuit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Meanwhile, back in the hallway, oh my God, it's the atomic robot! The first mutant shoots at the atomic robot. The robot attempts to defend itself with the D12. It's it! The robot attempts to soak it by rolling its Astro outfit soak of a D8. Well, that soaks 1 point. Now roll your breakdown die. You soak 2 points of damage. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I apologize. None of that had happened because you see there's a 1 there.
Oh, the first 3d8s are breakdown?
Right. The first... All 3 8-sided dice. These are unstable, unproven devices. They roll 3d8 breakdown dice. The first mutant, his gun explodes with a loud bang. The mutant screams in terror, but apparently is still alive.
Oh, it'd be real great if I go to send in the suicide robot and then all of their shit breaks down and blows up on their faces. Oh, didn't need it.
Okay. The second mutant will shoot at your robot and just leave your dice on the table because we'll just use the last roll. The second one will hit your robot, but the damage will bounce.
Okay.
The only thing I care about is if the Astro outfit broke, and it didn't. But yeah, his unstable gun, which means there's only one of them left that's actually shooting. Let's go ahead and the snake guy yelled at those guys to do some stuff, but otherwise just focused. The snake guy is somehow armed with a 2-handed rifle.
Slightly scarier.
Yeah, but he didn't shoot it. Let's go ahead and flip from the bad guys to the good guys. I'm going to go ahead and do Roman's crew first. Roman is slowly walking towards the bad guys. Captain Proteus, do you want to let Roman and Lancer, do you want to let Roman go first, or do you want to shoot?
Yeah, after seeing 2 guns blow up, I don't want to get anywhere near these freaks.
Okay, Roman, I need you to roll a d12 for your body speed and athletics to cross the distance. That's one success. What are you going to do when you get within 3 paces? You're going to detonate the bomb?
Well, I mean, the bomb has range of medium, so yeah. But yeah.
Okay, so the robot goes forward and attempts to detonate the bomb. Roll a d12. Don't roll a 1. Okay. And then, all right, so your Roman walks towards the 2 guys. The first mutant, his gun explodes and he panics, but he didn't have time to run. The bomb goes off. How much damage does this bomb do?
5.
5?
Yeah, it's the it is the volatile radium lump, radiogen lump.
The mutant who blew off his hand with the atomic pistol is vaporized. The other one, let's see. Okay, so he soaks 1 from his soak, and then he taps monstrous soak, which is 2, and taps panic soak. The other one catches on fire and screams, but is not dead. But they're both. The other one's panicked. Proteus and Lancer.
There's two mechanical legs cut off at the knees where the robot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like a shining bright white light, and then we just pan back to the after effect. I mean, I have no idea what happened. My last vision is some static blurp on my wrist.
Well, you have some idea what happened.
Well, yeah, okay. I know the effect that happened. I don't know if I was successful in the task or not.
Okay, so Proteus and Lancer, you can go see where those mutants came from. You can run to go check your friends. You could see what happened to the pit that you came in. What do you guys, or do something else? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna tell Captain Proteus that I'm gonna go check on Boris and Ralph, and beeline.
It's going forward, to the stadium.
Okay, right? so Lancer wants to go catch up with Boris and Ralph.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I'm game. I'll scurry along as well. I'll lead the way.
So you guys want to run basically south the way they came from. You don't want to see where these mutants came from.
Yeah, we want to see what Boris and Ralph were up to.
Okay.
They were showing us on the wrist cam, like the rocket ship and stuff, right?
All right. I need you two to roll body, speed, athletics, and a bonus D8 because those guys already radioed in and showed you camera work to tell you where they went. So the 2 of you can roll that.
Body, speed, athletics, plus a D.
Okay. Boris, you're standing out in the open where 3 mutants are shooting at you at medium range with atomic weapons.
Okay. I think I probably need to close the distance a little bit and maybe pop towards cover.
Okay. Give me a body, speed, and athletics roll that doesn't suck.
Yeah, let's actually do good on it this time.
Wow.
That's one success.
Proteus's little legs carry him very quickly. Well, that's a whopping 1 success. You can your choices are move to short range or move to cover.
I'm gonna move to short range and then I will guard.
All right.
The bear's just charging in.
Okay, so you're just charging in. Ralph, I believe you're still all the way back in the stadium. Oh, yeah. Ralph, you see Lancer and Proteus running towards you. Do you warn them about the bomb?
Yes.
All right, so you're on top of the bomb. Do you want to stay on the bomb and wait until they're safely past it, which will nullify the chances they set off by accident? Or do you want to run away and have a random chance they set it off by accident?
I'm going to be nice.
All right.
Thanks for being nice.
You focus. So you wait for them to approach. This way, this way. Watch out for this thing.
I mean this very obvious tripwire made out of 6-inch rope?
Yeah, but it's dark. And I've seen the way you guys roll. So you'll focus. You'll get the reactions next round. To Dr. Corvus's credit, this bomb does not glow in the dark.
I could reroll that D8. I'm sorry. Let me do that.
Oh, why don't you reroll that D8?
No,
well, that was fun.
The athletics charging fails me.
Off in the distance, you hear that flaming mutant screaming as he's still panicked. The fire has gone out. Now it's just a burning in his soul. All right, back outside. The snake guy chomps down on his cigar because of course he has a cigar. and stares balefully while watching his 3 henchmen attempt to murder Boris. Boris, the first one shoots at you. You may dodge with a bonus D8.
Oh boy. I am guarding for a D12, so let's roll it. Oh, I need the help. I don't like that roll at all.
Do you have anything else you can tap?
I can tap my personality. I'm carefree. They're not going to hold me back.
Didn't you use that earlier?
I didn't use it at all yet.
All right, well, that's a terrible roll.
Yep, John used his earlier.
You are shot for a whopping 4 points of damage.
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna sting a little, I think. But I do have 4 soak dice. I soak 1.
That's 3 left. Are you out of the? You have a panic soak you can tap, but do you have anything else?
Oh, I think that actually breaks down the Astro suit unless I re-roll it.
No, re-rolls. You can still no, sorry. Re-rolls don't fix breakdown dice, so that's broken.
Right, and I can't get the value out of it even if I did. Okay,
no,
cool.
the suit's broken. So your suit's broken. You soaked 1. I got 3 more you need to soak.
Okay, I don't have that many soaks left. I go panicked, and then I am out.
You go down. The other 2 decide not to shoot because these guns randomly explode.
That one just worked really well, unfortunately. I did everything I could.
Says the snake, puffing contemptuously. So much for the useless space patrol. Okay. I guess we're gonna fast forward a little bit here. The 3 of you are gonna try and run out onto so the 3 of you, I mean Captain Proteus, Lancer, and Summers, all 3 of you are going to attempt to run out onto the stadium playfield to see what's going on, right?
Right.
Okay, that's going to be body, speed, and athletic rolls from all of you to see who gets there first.
Damn it, son.
I'm not fleeing, so that cannot reroll my speed.
Yeah.
1 success.
All right. So the 2 of you will emerge just in time to see 3 mutants gathered around the unconscious body of Boris. And you had focus, so I'm going to go ahead and move you a little bit faster. So the 3 of you will come out, and you'll see 3 mutants on top of the body of Boris. I'm sorry, 2 mutants, because one of them exploded. So 2 mutants on the body of Boris, and they're like going through his pockets and taking his stuff. They see you. Each of you will get Proteus, and each 3 of you can take 1 action, which when you see the mutants. What do you want to do?
What range are we at?
What range are we at? I guess.
I didn't catch that.
What range are we at?
You are at short range. They will counterattack you all day long.
Okay, well, I think I'm still going to take a shot.
All right, so you take a shot. The mutant screams in surprise and returns fire. Go ahead and roll. Is that your roll, 252?
No, that was my athletics and stuff roll.
Okay, go ahead and take your shot, boss.
Sorry, I've just lost where I was on my page.
Okay, I think we're lagging a little bit. Well, you gotta be an 8.
It could happen.
Best of luck, Captain. You still have a personality die too.
Yeah, the mutants have been rolling pretty good today.
I do not.
Ow! Okay, boss, you are shot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. I need you to roll your body, any endurance dice that you have, and then your Astro Suit die.
Gosh, you really ought to do that personality right now.
I'm going to do my personality.
You could also tap your personality, which would allow you to roll an extra D12. What was your personality, boss?
Nervous.
Itchy trigger finger. Go ahead and roll that D12. You'd have to roll an 8 or better on it to make this make a difference.
Right on.
I believe in you, Piot.
Do it.
I have done it.
Okay, we were only supposed to roll a D12, but that's okay. Instead, you will shoot the mutant for 1 point of damage.
I'm sorry. I was rolling body, endurance, and astro suit, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to roll the D12 for your attack roll to change your attack roll to make it higher.
Oh, okay. I thought I was claiming the D12 for the.
Yeah, sorry about that. So let's assume you rolled that 9 to go. So that's one of the advantages of multiple dice. Let's assume you rolled that 9 to change your attack roll. So that at least would screen out some of the dice too. So instead, because you were nervous, you had an itchy trigger finger and shot the guy. Once again, to clarify, personality dice are claimed dice. You can roll a bunch of dice and then decide you want to throw in your personality die. You don't have to do it in advance. So let's assume that 9 changes your attack roll from a 1-2-1 to a 1-2-1-9. Instead, you would have a shot would graze your ear, and you would shoot that guy for 1 point of damage and make him tap his monstrous soak because you actually did enough damage to surprise him.
Excellent. My ears are getting pretty badly abused, though.
You'll be fine. It's fine. Lancer, you are also here and you have a gun. Do you in a single action? Do you want to shoot? Do you want to guard? Do you want to do something else? Do you want to try and scare them?
So let me paint this. So let me see if I have the scene correctly. At close range, there's 2 guys over Blazkowicz.
There's 2 of them. Yeah, Blazkowicz never got out of the stands. So he's in halfway down the stands, collapsed, and there were 2 guys going through his pockets. Proteus just shot one of them.
Gotcha. How far away is the snake guy?
The snake guy is a little past medium range. He's like 30 or 40 paces away. And you already ran here, so you're already out of breath. You'd have to wait till next round to start running towards him. You could try to shoot his spaceship, but actually his spaceship's too far away to shoot with a ray gun.
Okay, then I'm gonna back up Captain Proteus, and once again, I'm actually like backing away from these guys because I'm assuming. Wait, he said the blast radius is medium, which means I have to be in medium range to avoid the blast radius.
I'm kind of confused where you said blast radius. Did I misspeak?
Thermian weapons, when they self-destruct, what's their blast range?
Oh no! Well, when they self-destruct, the blast radius when the guns explode is close. It's 1 meter.
Okay, all right. So I just want to keep away from the blast radius of those guns.
Okay. And, so you're about 10 paces away from the ones going through Blazkowicz's pockets, and you're like 50 paces away from that rocket that's going to take off.
Okay. So as long as I'm not within range of the self-destruct range, I'm good.
What do you want to do?
I will back up Captain Proteus and take a shot at.
Okay. The other mutant who can return fire, because he's close enough to return fire, he will. So we're going to roll off, and the winner beats the loser.
Wow, this is going to be terrible.
All right, so let's roll. I have no 1s. I'm alive.
And I have no.
Oh! Okay, so you have a 3. So I have a 5, an 8, a 4, and a 6 that all beat a 3. You take a 4-point hit as you are shot. So you get to roll your body, your endurance, and the asterisk suit if it's not broken. As you can see, this game is randomly dangerous, is what I like about it.
Okay, well, the suit didn't break down. The suit didn't break down. Was the only good news from that.
All right, so you have to soak 4 points of damage. So we have to start tapping your special soaks. You have a panic soak that can soak 2 of them,
which I'll take.
You should have some other soaks for being out of time, which I think is what, hurt and injured, or
I have a frenzy soak, a hurt soak, and an astro soak.
Okay. Well, if you tap frenzy soak, that soaks 2 points of damage, and that recharges when you hit somebody.
All right, so then I guess I'll do panic and frenzy.
Okay, so you are panicked, which means you can't attack until Captain Proteus rallies you. So you're both angry and confused. This stupid future world. Okay. Yeah.
Goddamn Thermian weapons.
Hmm?
Was it goddamn Thermian weapons?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Don't worry about it. It's just a joke.
All right.
Goddamn Thermian weapons.
Okay. And Ralph, you're still here.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna just dual attack on that snake. I believe he's still up. Yes.
Yeah, the snake's all the way at the rocket ship. He's at long range.
Oh, I can't shoot that far then.
No.
I'm gonna
get the hell out of Dodge.
Is Lancer closer to the ship?
No, all three of you emerged and immediately started shooting.
Okay, I'll try to rally Lancer and then scramble.
You get one action because you guys ran here, so one action.
Okay,
so you
the
fail the
rally
rally.
will work out.
Okay. All right, Rise of Bad Guys. The snake has the rifle and looks at all three of you who are still standing up and says, screw this, and gets into the ship and closes the door behind him. The one mutant who's still standing there and sees the three of you is going to shoot Captain Proteus.
What? Betrayal.
You're not panicked.
Oh, fair. Well, I am cool and level-headed, you know.
Captain Proteus, you could return fire or you could dodge.
I'm going to... Well, what range is that mutant at? He's still at short range?
He's at short range. If you dodged, it would be your dodge with a bonus D8.
I'm going to dodge.
You're going to dodge? All right. I did not explode.
Beat a 7.
So you have to beat a 7. So you roll your speed, evasion, and a bonus D8 due to range. Wow, you dodged. Okay, that is the end of that. Rise of good guys. Boris is still on the ground. Dr. Corvus, did you want to add something?
How long would it take to get the ship over there?
You have to warm the ship up, probably a few minutes, but it would probably take them like a couple. It would take at least a few rounds for them to warm up their rocket ship. So it'd take you a few rounds to warm up your rocket ship. Do you want to start the procedure to take off?
Is there any shortcuts to the procedure? I am a crackpot after all. I mean, most of the rule book you could just throw away. They're just writing that shit for somebody else.
I suppose
What rules?
You could build a gadget to go ahead and try to circumvent the safety patrols. Would you like to try to do that?
Yeah.
All right. It's got to be a vehicle level mod.
Yeah, which means I'm gonna have to. What are my bonus options for only a 2?
Right.
2d8 bonus to my next gadget roll.
Okay, so you immediately open the instrument panel. Well, these are really just safeguards anyway. These aren't necessary.
These are just guidelines. They're not really set in stone.
Okay.
Look, they're paid by the page. All right. There's a word count they had to meet.
Meanwhile, the stadium. So the snake guy got inside the rocket. He's at long range, and then you've got the one mutant who's at short range over your friend who's possibly bleeding to death.
I'm trying to save him.
Well, there's a mutant standing on top of him. Do you want to run closer and try to save him?
Can I do that? I thought I was.
That will provoke an attack from the mutant.
Well, I'm still kind of afraid of that Thermian gun.
You're still afraid.
Right?
So Proteus and Summers. Proteus, you're the captain. Do you want to act or pass?
You want to rally the troops, Captain?
Yeah, I would like to rally and shoot the guy.
Rallying is will, tactics, and a bonus D12 because you're a true leader. Say something inspiring to Lancer.
We can do it, man. Stay firm. The end is in sight.
Look at me. I've been shot all day. You don't see me crying about it. Okay. That is one success. You remove Lancer's panic. Recharge your panic soak, Lancer. You have a second action. Do you want to shoot at the mutant? He will shoot back at you.
I do wish to shoot the mutant, and that's I get a bonus D8 to that. Was that or?
You get no bonuses at all because you didn't aim. You spent one action to rally Lancer, and your other one is to shoot.
Okay.
Do you have any tactics dice? You don't have any tactics, do you?
No,
Because you're a mouse.
no.
Nope. All right. Take the shot. It's just your speed, mind, and shooting. The mutant does not explode. He rolls a 7. Oh, look at that. So close. The two of you exchange fire, but his souped up thermionic experimental weapon hits you for a whopping 1 point of damage. Okay, Lancer and Ralph, you while Piat tries to soak that, rolling his body, endurance, and astro suit die of D8, what are Ralph and Lancer doing?
Some rootin' tootin' mutant shooting.
Yeah, I'm just taking pot
Piat,
shots.
you
too.
soak the damage. You're fine. Your suit didn't break. So,
All right.
what are you guys doing?
I'll take another pot shot.
All right.
Two failures
Man,
once
you guys are
again.
getting creamed. The mutant explodes.
The mutant explodes.
Yes, you take a pot. He shoots Proteus, and then he turns to shoot you, and the gun explodes in his hand. The mutant backflips over the railing. Ralph, do you want to run towards the rocket ship? Do you want to run to see what's wrong with Boris? Do you want to do something else?
Let's help Boris.
All
Because
right.
I'd rather not have to carry his ass.
First aid is mind and academics.
Let's see how much blood he's lost.
I'm going to make my academics favorite use first aid.
You're
You
getting
need
it on my
shorthand
neck.
that to medicine if you want to, and go ahead and reroll. Yeah, those people who are
Can
alert
I-
may notice that when I make the pre-gen characters, I always give them academics, and the favored use is always medicine.
Can I
Son of a monkey's fucker.
can I assist him?
Very nice.
Well, Lancer, you took a shot, so you could just you only have one action left, so you could just move over there.
Gotcha.
So you look at him. I don't think you're supposed to apply a tourniquet to the neck like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen radiation burns before?
But the blood's coming out below the neck.
Yeah. See.
Why are you touching? Got shot in the leg. Why are you touching his arm?
Okay. So, meanwhile, the bad guy, the snake who's inside the ship, you can hear the sounds of atomic turbines having the graphite rods pulled out so they can start the engines. Dr. Corvus, you're trying to jumpstart the ship, right?
Yep.
All right. Is there any way for us to affect the ship from where we're standing, or?
Well, you guys could try to use the remote to try and guide him there, but I think he's
4 successes.
is that enough for a vehicular mod?
I think I need 5.
Can we find
You
the
have a
control
personality,
from
don't you?
the roof?
Yeah,
Oh,
personality-
that's a real stretch to say I have a personality.
well, but
Yeah.
Yes, you're a cold, unfeeling machine.
I am
That's a
hubristic.
good
I
question.
can't fail. I will roll my
This is
d12.
true.
Oh, by the way, before you tap your personality, did you reroll your 1/1 yet?
I have not. Let's see, that is the d6.
Because your favorite use is gadgetry.
Could
Yep.
be the deciding factor.
There we go.
And it was.
There
Quick
will be
question.
a loud, unpleasant noise followed by a flash of Cherenkov radiation.
Which doesn't bother me.
Don't mind me.
We'll have to watch the
Guys,
outside of the
guys
ship
will
out
have to
later.
do
But
guys will have to do extra radiation scrubbing duty later, but not my
Yeah.
problem.
And just give me a quick roll of body endurance and transport as suddenly the engines belch and a flame comes out. The ship does 10 Gs of acceleration.
3 successes.
You're fine.
My body was trained. My body was made to handle this sort of thing for some reason.
All of you guys hear like a loud atomic explosion.
Oh gosh, they blew up the ship.
They blew up the ship.
It's the atomic engine version of a backfire.
Okay, so now you guys have you four assembled here have a choice. Do you want to try and get Boris to safety and deal with his first aid? Do you want to run over to that rocket ship that's about to take off? What do you want to do? Something else?
I have a quick question. Can we
What is it?
figure out how they open and close the roof?
Roof controls.
How they open and close that? Well, normally I would say, Lancer's a man out of time, but this is a stadium out of time. Quick, make a roll of speed and academics. Lancer, as one of your actions.
Speed and academics?
Yep.
2 successes.
Well, the controls for opening and closing the stadium move from the control box, which you remember from the pre-war era, is over there.
All right. My intention is to run over there and close the roof again.
Go ahead and make a roll of body, speed, and athletics, and you get a bonus D8. I'm giving you an assist bonus because you already figured this out. Sadly, you don't get a team player bonus to assist yourself. That's
3 successes.
There is no I in team.
But there is I in pie.
You
Maybe
run
this year
out
there is.
and you find the controls to where this. So you figure out where it is, and you run up to where the controls are, and you want to try reversing them.
Yep.
All right. So since you have 3 successes, I'll rule that you have to like jump through a window and crash through because you're John Lancer.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
The stadium that is opening, it looks like there's enough narrow aperture enough for the rocket ship to get out, but there's a grinding noise, a hideous noise, and it starts to reverse. Meanwhile, the muffled sound that you probably couldn't hear through a rocket ship is, what? No, 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 no! From inside the rocket ship. Boris is bleeding out. What are you other 2 guys going to do?
Captain, go get the ship. I will try to save Boris.
Go get the
The ship.
The rocket ship that's about to take off.
Okay, yeah, I will run towards the rocket ship that's about to
Okay, I'm going to disable the rocket ship all by myself.
Wait, what am I doing?
Make a run towards rocket ship roll.
I will be like
I'm not going to ask you to roll again just yet. I'm just going to assume that you're doing long-term care on, so that's going to tie you up for a while, Ralph.
All right.
Okay.
I'll just wrote it, so that gives me a success.
Piat jumps down the stairs, worthy of Geronimo Stilton. Just runs down the stairs, getting closer. You can smell the burning mercury.
Why am I running towards a rocket engine?
Well, you could try to cut the fuel. You could try to, once you're at short, now that you're at medium range, you could try shooting it with your gun. You might be able, with a precision shot, be able to cut the fuel lines.
Okay, well, I'm going to try that if I have an action.
All right. So you run there, and you want to take a shot at the rocket ship. So go ahead and roll to hit the rocket ship. This will be a roll of your shooting, and if you had any tactics dice, you get to throw those in. But you don't, so. But you had to get within medium range of the rocket ship because your atomic rays diffuse after about 20 or 30 meters and become useless. You hit for a whopping 1 point of damage. Yeah, the rocket ship will ignore 1 point of damage. You have to get a better hit than that. Zark, zark, zark. Ah, damn it. This weak ray gun. If only I could set it to overload, then throw it. But what kind of Star Trek delusion is that?
If only I had a giant explosive robot.
You already used that against the mutants earlier. There will be an arc as Dr. Corvus. I believe you're piloting the ship to the stadium, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now your ship can't hover because it's a rocket ship. So what's your plan once you get here?
Crash.
Would you like to land or do you want to crash?
Oh, I was going to crash into the rocket.
Why don't you make a roll of will and transport? Do you care if you survive?
I mean, I would prefer so, but
Controlled-
I don't
a
have such
controlled
emotional
crash
attachments.
landing into the rocket. There you go. That's the
Okay,
terrible word
I'm
to
gonna be
say.
honest. Me as the player, I was hoping that the rocket was gonna take off and that I would be the last maneuver, boom, into the rocket in midair. But I'm cool for crashing into the rocket on the ground too.
All right. With one success, you will be able to thread the needle and skid across the ground, and your rocket will crash into the other rocket. You have made a rough landing, so I want you to go ahead and soak 4 points of damage, and you can throw in your transport dice as extra soak dice.
All right, did.
Yeah. So as the doors are starting to close,
So
another
my
rocket
armor breaks, by the way, though.
hits the ground, skids through a whole bunch of mutant supplies they must have scavenged for like 10, 20 years. Boxes fly everywhere, and then his rocket rams the other rocket and tilts it at an odd angle. You only had one success, so you didn't demolish their rocket.
Okay. I'm just like, ooh.
There'll be a lot more cursing from inside the rocket, which I assume you guys can't hear. There will be some loud sounds from inside the rocket. Captain Proteus, you're the closest to the rocket. Do you want to keep shooting the rocket, or do you want to wait to see what happens, or do something else?
I'm just gonna wait to see what happens.
By the way, your
cover.
Dr. Corbett's just crashed your ship.
Yes, I saw that, so I think I'm going to be distracted by that. And,
well, the captain specifically said it wasn't our ship.
Okay. So,
and I assume at this point that the roof finally closes shut over the top of us again.
Okay, because what's going to happen is as Proteus sits there and waits, the door in the front of the ship that's at 90-degree angle because the ship is on there, the captain's door is going to flop open, and the snake is going to stick his head out. And Piat, if you want to, you can interrupt him before he shoots you with his rifle.
I'm going to interrupt him, yes.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit him.
Right on.
You could also interrupt the guard, so when you counter, you can do an extra D8.
Too late, I've rolled.
You rolled. That is 1 point of damage. Hey, have you picked a favorite use for shooting yet?
Not yet. Do you have a suggested use in this scenario?
You could say with this ray, you could name this ray gun. This is your world's favorite ray gun. Roll
yes.
one more.
With my reliable service pistol. And what do I roll? One more.
You re-roll that D6. So re-roll that D6.
Oh,
right. Favorite use is you can re-roll 1/1. Because 1 point of damage is not going to stop me. 2 points of damage is going to stop me.
Excellent.
So he will get his rifle out. This thing is +3 damage, by the way. So he gets his rifle out, and you will shoot him. And that will cause him to tap his panic soak because someone else already made him tap his other soaks when they crashed into the freaking rocket. And there's no way for him to escape because you're closing the stadium doors. So if he took off, he'd just slam into those. So, Gunvoight's going to say, I give up. I give up. I surrender.
Excellent. Justice is served. Law
Wait,
prevails.
you're pantomiming the snake is raising its hands? Just saying.
I mean, to be fair, it could still be like...
It wiggles its
It
tail.
holds up its tail.
Yeah, I guess it holds up its head. It drops the rifle, which I assume it was holding like this with its snake
tail or something.
Yep.
Or it's Disney rules as anthropomorphic snakes.
This game has been
No,
out.
just clawed around the rifle.
This game has been out for 5 years, and of all of the complaints I've ever had about Urban Jungle, how snakes have hands has never been one of them.
I mean, you've seen
Not
the
a problem, just
pictures
the
of
panda
a
bug.
snake in a business suit, right? Is that it flows through one down the middle and then makes a bend on one side, and then the tail comes out the other end. So it uses the one bend as an arm, and the other is the tail.
Okay, well, Gunvoight surrenders. I assume you shut down your atomic reactors before you set more of this place on fire.
Yes.
And let's have another roll from Ralph Summers to try, and another roll of mine in academics to see if you can finally keep your friend from bleeding to death. By now, Lancer, since he had nothing else to do, can come over and give you an assist bonus of a D12. Because I assume you do that, Lancer.
None of you people have academics?
I do.
Okay.
Ralph
What to say? Why are we still failing?
Summers, if I die.
If you look at you guys are just rolling badly.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm next to Blazkowicz. Don't worry, buddy. We're here for you. Just
John,
stay. We caught him.
John,
we
if
caught
I
him.
die, there's something important. I need you to find my fans and do a flip for them.
Okay, whatever that means, I'll do it. I don't know what you're talking about, but just stay with me. You'll teach me how to do it.
The blood makes me a little woozy. I can't concentrate.
He looks like he's pretty hurt. You guys will go ahead and flip the switch to open the roof, because I assume you're going to flee here. Do you want to flee here on the problem child, or do you want to flee in the Snake's rocket ship?
Whichever one's the better condition.
Which works.
Or you could flee in both. You have 3 pilots.
Or confuse them together.
They're both in pretty crappy condition.
Captain, I'm not feeling too great, but I'll take his rocket ship back with us.
You have 2 pilots. Boris, you are not fit to fly. In fact, you're not even conscious.
Why are we fleeing?
Okay.
Is there like an army?
We're going back to HQ.
You are fleeing because not only do you have to go back to HQ, but you made all of that noise. This is a mutant camp that you've been blowing up. There are dozens more Mulhall mutants out there. They will probably be here soon.
The other rocket has an atomic reactor,
I can hear the
right?
pitchforks and the torches in the distance already.
Oh, gosh, they come rushing in and they set off the trap. Oh no.
Well, I have transport dice, so I could.
I just mean, could I set up the other rocket to like have some sort of cyclical power meltdown, so that it'll.
Would be
we don't want to destroy this place worse than it already is.
On this, Captain Proteus, you could scuttle the other ship, which is what Dr. Corvus is recommending. You could take both ships. You could take one ship. What do you want to do, Captain?
I suggest we scuttle the other ship after giving it a search through to make sure there's no energy converter.
Okay. I say if we want to search it, we just take it with us.
Well, you're not the captain.
Okay, all right, yeah, let's take it. It's our property, and also if it's a thermionic ship, we want that for study.
Plus, Captain, if we come back with a damaged patrol vessel, but we come back with a confiscated vessel, I think that kind of cancels out.
Captain, assigned pilots. Corvus and Lancer are pilots. Summers, are you a pilot?
I'm not a pilot, but I do have transport dice.
Okay, so you have that makes you. If you have transport dice, you are a pilot. You're just a crappy one.
I mean, could we not technically all just fly in the thermionic ship and use the animatronics to pilot the?
You also made your own ship. Remote control.
You don't want to use that as a main option, because what happens when all of your radios break?
Yeah,
that's true too.
All right, so
best pilot, who's the better pilot, should be doing the thermionic ship. Other pilot going in the ship.
I mean, I can pilot the thermionic ships, and it's if it breaks down in space, I'm not going to be terribly bothered by that.
Okay, so Corvus is put in the thermionic ship, in the Snake ship, and you guys get in the other ship and fly away.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. I am going to need rolls of speed and transport from the 2 pilots, because the mutants will come back, and they do. They have been carrying rocket launchers lately, because since there's been, at first they started carrying rocket launchers because they were just mutants and trying to shoot stray spaceships. Because when you shoot one down, they drop cool stuff. But then Gunvoight showed up, and has been paying them.
So yeah, I was just going to suggest that we rig the other ship to explode in a nuclear fireball to take out all these mutants in the middle of their own camp. But no, somebody had to have human emotions about things.
All right,
humanoid emotions about things. I don't know what to say.
The two of you will fly away because you can make reasonably good time, because the ships in vehicles in the game usually have 2 soaks, which is cosmetic damage and breakdown damage. Your ships have cosmetic damage but not breakdown. You will fly away and the mutants will show up. Blowing up the mutants, while that, on the one hand, they are bad guys, I'm not really sure Captain Proteus approves of such senseless loss of life.
Plus, there's a whole group of innocent mutants that helped us out that would be affected by it too.
Are there? I mean, you gotta remember, I've gotten all this information through like spurts of small radio and video transmissions.
But all mutants are innocent. They're just misguided tools of the thermionics. So.
But also, because you take the ship, you can also see a couple things that are interesting. For example, there is no Dr. Dr. Hasselhoff is not here.
Ooh, is there any paperwork? Go find some paperwork.
Is there anybody here? Anything?
Well,
do I get a direct radio transmission from the thermionic brain? That would be.
No. Instead, aboard the thermionic ship, aboard Gunvoid's ship, is this 15-year-old kid who's also a porcupine because it's a furry game.
This is a prickly situation.
Yeah.
There's a 15-year-old kid.
He asked who you guys are, and I guess you identify yourselves as the Space Patrol.
Yeah, we're the Astro Patrol.
You're in Space Patrol uniforms.
Yeah, we're Space Patrol, kid. What's your story?
My story is these guys here said they were going to hurt my mother if I didn't help them.
Help them do what?
They want it's really weird. They care about glucinium polishing.
Glucinium polishing? Who was your mother?
My mother is Dr. Judith Exum, the world leader of glucinium polishing theory.
What is glucinium polishing used for in this context?
Well, I could make you guys. Well, it's used for many things, but it's also used to make fusion crucibles because you don't want them to melt.
Right.
He was asking me all that I knew of my mother's notes. I was trying to draft up plans that he was asking for. Please, I didn't want to do it, but he threatened to hurt my mother. At first, he threatened to hurt me.
You're safe now. Space Patrol has you.
Thank you, Space Patrol.
Yes.
Where are they keeping your mother?
I don't know. But here, they gave me this. They gave me this. It's the pin that she was wearing that my dead father used to give her. There's no way they could have gotten this if they hadn't gotten my mother.
Or dug up your dead father.
Where's the other scientist? Where's Dr. Hazel?
Who? I have no idea who that is.
What's the age of maturity in the future?
18.
Yeah, but I mean,
you never heard of a Dr. Hasselhoff?
Nope.
And you didn't see any.
My mother.
That's what we're trying to figure out. So you didn't see any other scientists besides your mom involved in this?
No. They just took me here and had me working on stuff. By the way, you guys have Gunvoid like in the brig. You actually have him too.
Oh, okay. That's right. He's alive. We can question him.
Yes, you can try to question him using mind and questioning.
I'm up for that. I think
All right. Well, this kid was obviously a hostage, Captain. So I guess we need to go interrogate the.
Yeah, but you can look at the plans he was drafting up, and while they are crude, they do describe a crucible device.
And a crucible is one of the components for this total conversion doohickey,
That is
right?
Correct. Yeah, he actually, you would have him talk to Dr. Corvus, and Corvus could verify that.
Right on.
And only Dr. Corvus. We're all sitting here like, what?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know what they were going to do with it. There's no way they could build it here. They would need a more sophisticated factory than something in the ruins of San Dorado. But they said they were going to hurt my mother, and I couldn't let them do that. I'm sorry I had to help these bad people do their bad thing.
Did they ever take you any other place besides here?
No, this place sucks.
Yeah, tell me about it.
The mutants, I don't like the way they were looking at me. Plus, they have those weird guns.
The mutants are a misunderstood people, and they have no choice. They've been compelled to this life of terrible hand-to-mouth sustenance and crime, and much as the way you were forced to to go along with the evil thermionic plans.
Well, that's terrible. We can't allow this empire to do these terrible things to people. Where they, I shudder to think if my mother's research was being used for terrible weapons, especially after seeing all of this atomic destruction and the futility of war.
Smart lad. This is a very smart boy.
Lots of dramatic effect.
We should go Hassel.
Yeah, but no, I haven't seen Hostile Stop at all. And then you of course have Gunvoight in the brig, which has real iron bars, which you insisted on. None of those stupid force screens for you.
Exactly. All right. You want to interrogate the suspect, Captain?
Yeah, who's really intimidating? Who wants to come with me?
I find tougher things than you between my scutum scales.
Scutum scales? How is Boris doing?
What do you want, mouse? You think you're so smart? You don't know anything. The future belongs to the strong.
We know that you're pursuing a energy converter device to further the nefarious plots of the thermionic brain.
Maybe
you've used the poor hapless mutants as your tools, not even caring when you break them, not even bothering to provide them with effective weapons. If you see the short-sightedness of the Thermians, as if they had provided them with effective rifles.
I think the weapons are pretty effective. Go ahead and ask your friend over there.
Well, all the mutants are dead because of the weapons. But in any case, enough of this bantering. Tell us what we want to know. We have the authority to ask you this under Section 37 of the Spaceships Accords.
I don't care about your laws. I'm not going to say anything. Roll your mind and questioning dice and see if you can get anything useful out of me. I don't think you've got the luck.
I don't think I do.
You can have one assistant for this.
Who wants to be in here assisting with me?
I would suggest that Ralph might actually be your best assistant because you get a bonus D12 because Gunvoight is a career criminal. And so it's Ralph.
I would say Ralph is a better backup for you, Captain. I don't know how to deal with crooks.
Could I use deceit against him to put him off guard?
Well, in other words, Piot's the bad cop and you're the good cop. Okay, go ahead and roll your mind, deceit, and a bonus D12 from the Streetwise. And this is an assist bonus for Piot, who rolled terribly. Piot, you actually have questioning as a skill. What is your favorite use of questioning?
Questioning is, I don't have one yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be like looking into.
Well, you can choose criminals, but you could also choose gossiping, and those are two different things.
Right on.
So, or you could choose nothing and just let the one sit there staring at you, mocking you.
I'll choose
criminals. We are cops.
You get a D8 bonus from Ralph because he assisted you. And I forgot, I should also give you a D8 assist bonus because you actually have the gift of authority. So you actually are in a position to both give and take. But you've got a whopping 1 success. That would tell you stuff that you could get that anybody could get from a hardened criminal like Gunvoight. And yeah, he'll say, yeah, so what? I kidnapped the kid. People kidnap kids all the time. You would need 2 successes to get some hidden information out of him.
As his assistant, can I give him one of my successes?
Well, that's what you did.
Oh, okay.
That's literally what you do as an assistant. So,
okay, I was confused.
Piot would have to get another success. Either be tapping his personality, which he already used, which is nervous, or he'd have to go and say, I'll take that favored use with criminals and re-roll that 1-1.
All right, I'm going to take favored use of criminals because I'm talking to one right now. I'm learning fast.
Okay, so you start asking him a lot of questions that we're going to omit here because this is supposed to be dramatic. Why don't you go ahead and ask me 3 questions you want to know from Gunvoight here?
Where's the kid's mom? Number 1.
Let's see. Where's the kid's mom?
Where was he going, I guess? Or what?
The answer to that is, I'll tell you, but you'd have to make it worth my while.
I'm sure I could argue for some leniency on the part of the Space Patrol. We can send you to a re-education camp on Mars instead of in the asteroid field, for example.
Are you going to go all Doc Savage on me and, going to go and apply brain surgery and lobotomies and teach me how to knit?
Possibly. That's how re-education works. It's very humane.
Yeah, guys, that's a real dark thing in the Doc Savage novels, that he gives the criminals lobotomies. All right. He's receptive, but you got 2 more questions.
Okay. Does anyone have an idea for other questions? I was going to ask him, where he was going to go and where the other are. I guess
where his accomplices are.
Yeah, where his accomplices are.
Are there any other scientists that they managed to kidnap that are building other components of this thing?
Well, for that, I can only tell you the things that I've kind of seen and that kind of stuff. I'm sure that those guys are handling their own parts of the mission just fine. I just take care of my job, and my job is to babysit the kid. That's the only rap I'm taking.
Where were you going just now?
I needed to get the hell out of here. You guys are killing mutants and that kind of stuff. Look, I'm only in this job. My job was to get the kid, babysit him, and get him to go ahead and furnish the plans for whatever this thing is that they think is going to change everything.
Okay, so how are these guys supposed to collect this information?
That's kind of above my pay grade. You'd have to ask the boss.
Who's the boss?
Well, you said, I love how I can do this gesture with the tip of my tail.
Tony Danza.
You said you'd make it worth my while.
Yeah, how about I now make a leather belt out of your skin?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be immoral.
Pretty creepy, too.
I'll look concerned, but I'll allow it.
Yeah. So what are you going to offer me in exchange?
As I say, we can offer you leniency. If you cooperate, you'll find that Space Patrol and the United...
So I have your word as a space patrolman?
You have my word as a space patrolman and as an authority in the law enforcement structure that I'll do my best to make sure that you are treated humanely and well.
I like you. You're not like the other people here in the Space Patrol. Besides, it's not going to help you anyway, because there's nothing, because there's nothing you can do about it. You guys, I'm not your problem. Poljana Zaklon is your problem.
And how do you get in touch with Zaklon?
He calls me. Zaklon is, he's the keeper of the keys.
How? Like, you just wait for a phone call? Does he leave you a little smoke signal somewhere? Like, what?
No, he's gonna come pick up the kid.
At the crater.
When?
Look, Zaklon's the man with the plan. He's the one who tells me what to do. I assume he's coming for the kid later. They're doing some kind of weird, bizarre future device that's going to go ahead and wipe your entire space patrol out.
So what is the feasibility? This is like out of character, but feasibility of maybe a plan. We use this thermionic vessel that we've captured and pretend to be
Yes.
gunfight.
Yeah,
Well, pretty good actually, because first of all, a couple of things you discover. First of all, this is not a thermionic ship that you've captured.
Okay.
You find thermionic technology on board, but this is definitely a Terran ship. This is a space pirate ship.
Oh, so he's a traitor to his own kind.
There are things about it that are kind of unusual. We still have some time on the clock here. Why don't you make a roll of mind, academics, and transport to see if you can identify this ship? The first thing, the casual, just look at it is this is a space patrol ship. It's not armed, but no, not a space patrol. It's a space pirate ship. It's currently not armed, but there are places you could put weapons on them. Yeah, so that's 1, 2. Okay, so all of you have at least one success. Okay, this ship is definitely from the asteroid belt. This is a mining ship that has been converted. It has mining gear stripped off of it. Normally, space pirates like to keep the hydrogen scoops that you find on mining ships, so they can blow other ships in space to dust and then scrape up any rare metals or any rare stuff that's left over. This is obviously like a B tier or C tier ship that they were just using to sit on the kit. So that immediately makes you nervous because thermionic stuff would normally, like, there's no radios here for thermionic agents or anything. There is there's more of the thermionic pistols here, which you don't stop Dr. Corvus, he's going to take apart to recharge his freaking dice.
As long as he doesn't self-destruct with them, we're fine.
Well, they have to be gadgets, so.
They are.
Okay.
A thermionic pistol is a regular pistol that's been modded to be unsafe and unproven.
So, you know that situation you described early on, where if I use a D4 and it breaks down, but I use the successes garnered to get back to a D6?
Yeah.
That's exactly what just happened.
Right, so you wind up wasting the pistol. Yeah, we'll write this up. I need to write this up in such a way. I always want there to be a threat that when you're using gadgetry, that there's always a threat it'll get used up.
But yeah, no, I also tapped my personality to get 2 successes on the knowing things about the ship.
Yeah. Well, if you take it back and do some tests on it, let's see. They wouldn't, I mean, Cal, I don't think black box technology and recorder technology, even if it existed, a pirate ship wouldn't have it because you wouldn't want to know where it was.
No, presumably you would not know.
And I imagine that pirates are not even remotely concerned about safety.
Yeah, if you did some more forensic tests and took the ship apart and did some more stuff, you would definitely find some more information. So, Dr. Corvus, if you asked for, let me scrub the engines and the scoops, and I can tell you where the ship has been.
You know, I would think that if this ship was part of a larger pirate operation, it might have a black box just to, you know, something that monitors the crew, like maybe recording devices or whatnot, to know if they're trying to fuck you over.
Oh, there's definitely not that in here.
Okay.
Okay. But see, if they're working for the Thermians, with the Thermians,
they might be working for the Thermian, but there's something about the way Gunvoigt described all this and talks about a boss. If he was working for the Thermian, unless the boss himself, whoever this boss figure is Zachalon, works for the Thermians, you might be onto something else. In fact, one thing that's annoying you at this ship is that this is an you guys are on Earth, but this is an asteroid belt ship. Only recently have people, like, there's a worry that what's beyond the asteroid belt? We don't know hardly anything about Jupiter or Saturn or Uranus. And this ship that he's on is an endurance ship. It can go pretty far. So, you know.
Is there a chart or a log that tells us where the ship has been?
There is a log, but between your skills and your streetwise, the log that's in the ship is completely fake.
Gotcha. So we really do have to have Corvus scour the engine and the scoop to figure out forensically.
Yeah, I mean, go over the outer hull with some sort of radiation detector to see if there's any, like, specific stellar debris, you know, pelting, whatever, on the outer hull.
Okay. So that leaves us with two halves here. We could use the ship to impersonate Snake Dude over here.
You definitely could do that.
And see if we could get more information, or at least snatch this kid's mom back from him.
In fact, you're also thinking that now that you know this guy's name, you know Zachalon's name, you're also thinking we should probably do what we do best, which is go to the archives and see if we can dig up some more information. So I'm thinking that because we've been at this for a while, I'm thinking this is a good point to wrap up, because this will go ahead and wrap this part of the story up.
Yeah,
sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So I'd like to go ahead and
make sure that nothing in my backyard's blown over.
So this will be the end of episode 1. You know, I don't think we've had a title for this astounding science campaign yet. The Conversion Menace. Okay.
No,
so
the Thermionic Menace.
The Thermionic Menace. So the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and end the episode. This is the end of episode 1. So anybody who has a gift that only recharges a chapter or episode, you may recharge that now. That includes gadgetry. Everybody gets 1 experience point for surviving to the end of the episode.
Woo! Survived.
Okay. You didn't recover hostile stuff, but you did recover one of the missing scientists. So I'm going to give all of you a gift. That gift is local knowledge of San Dorado. Huzzah! You get an extra D12 when having to navigate San Dorado. You can retrain this gift for 5 experience points.
Oh, yes.
I'm literally just typing it into my sold backfield right now.
Right. Most of you will probably do that. This is also part of the debriefing. Did anyone accomplish any personal goals?
I performed a stunt with my ship.
You definitely performed a stunt with your ship because you dived in the window and went ahead and used your historic knowledge to do all of that.
Plus, we dodged the rocket.
Yeah.
And we did the flyby.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what gift I would give you for that. What's your career again?
I'm Astro Patrol.
Astro Patrol. You know, I am going to give you increased out of time because this used your historical knowledge to go ahead and do things. And you also dived around and did a lot of rough and actually punched a guy instead of shooting him. So I'm going to give you take your out of time trait and increase its die size by 1.
Awesome.
If you don't want that, you can just take 5 experience points.
No, I'll take that. That's cool.
Okay, I think that's the most appropriate for what you did. Anyone else?
I'm sending back local knowledge and buying another rank in deceit.
Okay. Well, I'm not even done with the experience points yet. So I'd like everyone to go. This is also the debriefing. So we're still in the data test here, and I know some kind of thing wacky. How do you feel about the way it's working? Do you feel immersed? Do you feel fun?
Oh yeah, definitely. The setting, the way things work, and it comes together all makes sense, and we can all interact with it pretty regularly. And of course, Theta's on the side, just making things even more dangerous every second. So that's always fun.
I mean, I was just thinking literally the other day, I really enjoy gadgetry because it makes me feel like a M or a Q.
Yeah, and my goal with the gadgetry is it should feel fun, but it should also have upsides and downsides that don't make it an ender. Like, I like the fact that it was relevant to the adventure, but you couldn't rely on it to solve all of your problems.
Right.
So that's my design goal of the fact that it's uncertain and unqualified. Also, this is part of the playtest that is mentioned in the book that there will be bad guys who have you notice the mutants had really good attack dice, but there's a random chance that they kill themselves in the process. And that's just to show off the evil of enemy gadgeteers that they would they were rolling really well because that's 3d8 guys. The odds of one of those dice coming up and popping them
is 33% every time they roll. Yeah,
something like that.
I went ahead and did it casually earlier, but yeah. And so each chance, there's a third chance that they could just explode randomly. But 3d8 is still scary dice if they don't roll 1.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty good. It's like a 1 in 3 chance, almost, or it's like a 40% chance of blowing themselves up. Well, but they didn't, so that's what made them dangerous. And so the fact that the Thermionic Empire is good enough to do that, but who are these guys? Are these guys working for the Thermians, or are they
I think last time we harassed the pigeon, and they said that they were basically some other faction. I can't remember right now because it's been
some other faction.
I remember.
Wait, wasn't there this whole thing about the asteroid belt wanting independence, or
the astrofascists or something?
Yeah,
the astrofascists.
Yeah, don't they feel like they're being oppressed by the Earth Gov and want to, be their own?
Yeah, because they're all a bunch of communists. Rah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of dark. Yeah, they keep saying power to the strong. It's kind of creepy. So yeah, there might actually be. Oh my God, Captain Proteus is like, I'm gonna get some field experience and uncover a hidden criminal conspiracy that no one even knew about from beyond the moon.
Ooh.
That's going to look good in your curriculum vitae, isn't it?
Well, I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll hunt for more information. We'll forensically examine the ship, and then we'll figure out a way to.
I also like your plan of trying to infiltrate because this is going to be exciting.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
You're going to have to pretend to be pirates. It's going to require deceit and disguise. It's going to be hilarious. It's Safecracker time to shine. Everybody gets 1 experience point for participating in the debriefing.
Hooray.
Okay, so now we'll have the rereading of the mottos. So I'm going to go ahead and start with I'll start with Piat here. Piat, what's your character's motto?
Mute. You're muted.
Part of the process is to always hit that button there.
Yep.
My motto is to document the process and follow it, which I don't know if I did or not.
No, you totally did that because not only did you steal the ship, but you're going to sit here and write down everything that you did.
Damn right.
And so yeah, so I think you definitely get a point for that.
Captain Proteus's Guide to Infiltration.
Once again, the purpose of the motto is to see is your character living up to the spirit of what you said your thing was. So speaking of your spirit, Griffin, what's Blaze's motto?
Boris's motto is "Let nobody hold you back."
You didn't. You got shot for your trouble, though.
I didn't let even the ray guns hold me back.
Hugo, what's John Lancer's motto?
Never give up, never surrender.
You never did, so that's definitely a point for you. Arcloyd, what's Ralph's motto?
When the door closes, break a window.
Oh, I forgot. After you guys left and took off in your,
We left the
explosion when the mutants come back.
But yeah, Corvus still got his wish.
Blunder into that bomb. And of course, Ractus, what's Dr. Corvus's motto?
Eureka.
So this is explosion. Eureka.
Mad invention after another. This is it.
Excellent. So everybody gets +1 experience points for that. So that was 3 experience points for everybody, and the local knowledge, which you can respec for 5. Buying upgrades to your characters. You can buy marks in skills. 1 mark costs 4 experience points, and that gives you a D4 for the first mark, a D6 for the next mark. This is an optional rule. It's in the back of Urban Jungle. You can also spend 10 experience points to increase a trait. And you can spend 10 experience points to buy a gift. The technically increasing a trait is buying a gift of increased trait. You can also sell back gifts you already have and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I sold back the Insider and I bought Alien Soak because technically I am an alien robot.
Very nice.
Alien Soak not only lets you soak damage, but when you also soak it, you reveal your alien nature and it freaks everybody the hell out.
What's so scary about this robot? Let's find out.
Ah!
I've sold back 2 local knowledges, and I have bought Frenzy Soak.
Frenzy Soak. That's a popular one. That's 2 points, and it recharges whenever you hurt someone.
That's right. I definitely need it.
When you hit someone.
When I hit.
Yeah, it's one of the things I really like about the Urban Jungle rules because, just that thing of I get 2 hit points back every time I hit someone immediately goes back to our carrot theory, which is suddenly you're motivated to hit more people.
I have taken an extra mark in deceit to get it up to a D6.
Yes, if you guys want to pretend to be a Q ship, it's going to require lots of DC. So yeah, if you to answer Piat's question, if you sell back one of those local knowledges, you get 5 experience points. Selling back any gift in the game gives you 5 experience points. And I expect you to sell a lot of those back.
I will spend 4 experience points and I'll get a D4 in shooting.
Okay, there we go. And having at least a D4 in shooting can, change a lot of things. So yeah, that's good. And so as you can see, also one goal behind the game is the random nature of the danger. We have both shootouts at short range, which had a lot of bloody exchanges, and we had shootouts at medium ranges, which you can see have a lot more missing. Because you got range dice in there. But one thing I like about it is you can have grazed hits, but you can also have serious hits, and that's always fun when suddenly a big hit takes somebody. And poor Boris there, poor Blaskowitz, finally getting rid of all the soaks.
No time to rest, no recovery at all, not even like a change of scenes. He just pushed himself as hard as he could. It took
Yeah,
him really far.
But while you're doing some things, they're doing other things. Like you can see there's some time pressure here because they've kidnapped at
Yeah.
least 2 scientists.
Exactly.
And
We had to rush. And because of that, I went down.
they're using those scientists to build things. So if you don't uncover this criminal conspiracy, if they might build a working conversion engine, or even worse, they might build a non-working conversion engine, and Lord only knows what that's going to do.
Whoops, accidentally converted all matter to energy in the galaxy. Oh, well.
Accidentally converted, yeah. Well, they might only convert a planet, like Earth. I mean, like, hey, the Tellurians if they convert the Earth to energy, they're going to be just fine with that. They're on the other side of the sun. Yes, I agree. All right, Kat, you're on the internet. You guys hear this guy?
Yeah, we hear the little agent of chaos.
He's not Agent of Chaos. He's just obnoxious.
He's a critic.
So I'm glad we're back in this thing of things. I am working on cleaning up Astounding Science. I'm also working on cleaning up Iron Claw Book of Corals and Vital Hearts. A lot of stuff after fires and plague and locusts and all this other stuff that's happening. So thanks again to twitch.tv/Ractus for hosting us. There's another game after this one, right?
Yep.
That's right. We got Dungeons and Dragons coming up next in 25 minutes.
Excellent. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and take care of a couple other things. So thanks. And once again, thanks to Piot, the King of the Popes, for joining us today, the lead writer. So hopefully we're still true to your vision, because you haven't been complaining a lot.
Absolutely, I'm enjoying it. It's nice to see emergent vision. We're all painting a picture together.
That's always the goal, is to kind of have a light touch, because I like settings that inspire people, but I don't like settings that dominate. Like when you show up and, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. So our goal here, and everyone's in the spirit, I think, of this. So thanks everybody, and hopefully I will see you on the flip side.